Welcome. We have now seen all of the units in the Conclave Arcana. We've done a few streams. We've played with them a little bit on the Mav test server. I've had some requests to specifically go over the new summoners. So that's what we have here. I'm going to go through these and what you can do with them. They've got a unique mechanic, which cards you can play with them, because it's not just your element cards now. I know there's another change. They are no longer called summoners. So from here on out, I will try to stop referencing them as summoners. I will call them their proper name, Archons. I make no promises. I will screw that up numerous times. 5 years from now, I'll still be accidentally calling them summoners, but I'm going to do my best. These are our 5 summoners. I've got to do some addition here, some simple math. We've got seven summoners. We have 5 standard elements. That's where I was going with the 5. I was jumping ahead of myself. And then 2 dragon summoners. And they have something new. So let's just click on our dwarf here right now. 5th Bladestone. 5th Bladestone? 5. I think it's 5th Bladestone. So all units are going to gain +2 armor. That's going to work the same way as in the past. All of your friendly units get it. This right here, though, this Bloodline Dominion, where it says Void, this means only those that match the Bloodline. So we have a dwarf here. All dwarfs gain a Void, or those that have the Shapeshifter ability, who gain any of those benefits. So we're going to gain Void just for the dwarves. So if we come back here, we're going to go through these one by one and not only look at the cards that we can play next to them, but let's look, because it's not just fire units, we want to go through dwarves. So let's take that Archon off. We're going to select all modern cards here, and let's go search now by this new function, Bloodline. What dwarves are we going to be able to play? Let's zoom out just a little bit now so we can get more of them on the screen. So obviously the fire ones you can you'll be able to play anyways because they're fire, but they will gain the benefit of having Void. Then all of these other dwarves you can now play. They don't have to be in the fire element. So cards like Grimbarden Fighter here. This is a really good card. We can go to its max stats here. It's got the shield, the deflect. Now you can give it Void, so we can have both shield and Void. That's gonna be a nice card. That's gonna be a nice pairing. That's a neutral card. Obviously, we could play it anyway. So there's a couple cards here who you wouldn't have been able to play before. Baradalin is a life card. Now you can give Baradalin. Already has the Void armor, and now Void and shield. That is going to be a very, very nice tank. Already, Bara is a very nice tank. But now when you can give a Void as well, that's going to be a very nice pairing. And I think fire in general is going to be pretty good. So we see what type of synergies we come up with. But Bara is really the tank that kind of jumps out. We've got this Reveal. I feel like Reveal could be a nice ability with our new promo card coming out, our Matt promo card. Now there's a dwarf that you can get into your fire team. See, I think it's gonna be nice. Go back to our Conclave Archons. Gorog the Endless is an orc. -1 ranged, and then all orcs are going to gain enrage. Let's go look at our orcs. Back to Bloodlines here. Go to orcs. Pull in our rebellion cards as well. And you're going to see the ones that immediately jump out to me. First off is Vinka. Being able to enrage Vinka, I think, is going to be absolutely insane, because remember, we now have abilities like our zap cards in water. We have ways that we can damage Vinka without him taking damage from the opposing team, where he's gonna die fairly quickly because he doesn't have a ton of health. You get something like that zap that just does 1 damage each turn. Now you turn this into an 11 attack with charge, with piercing, with trample. Oh, and remember, in modern there is no force field anymore. No modern cards have force field. It'll be tough to stop that. That's going to be very tough to stop. A card like getting some flank in where you can get a melee card attacking from the 2nd position could be big. You can get a card like, okay, Chaos Orc, putting it in the 2nd spot with that piercing trample, letting it get enraged. It can do some nice damage. Night Stalker! Night Stalker is a card that's very, very good already. That's kind of a meta card. Now you can get it enraged. There are some good enrage opportunities here and some good combinations for playing Orcs. I think I'm going to really, really like Orcs. And that Vinka combo just seemed absolutely insane. Oh, we've got a card that also has a Taunt Bloodline Tribute. When defeated, all allied units of the same Bloodline gain +1 health, speed, and armor, and +1 power to the same type. So that's going to be magic type. But still, a way to power up some Orcs there. Elf! Kalia, -1 magic. We saw -1 range, now -1 magic. And our Bloodline Dominion is Execute. Execute is one of my favorite abilities. The ability is extremely fun. So let's once again go up here and search for Elves. What other cards can we now bring into Earth? This Silverblade Fighter is one of my favorite cards. Oh, now you can bring it. Now you can. Well, you've already been able to bring it in an Earth combo with things like Tofu, but now here's another way where you can bring it in. This Silver Leaf. Double strike 4 ranged. Now it does have Weary. That's a drawback. Has a chance to become exhausted. But that's a lot of damage. And remember, with double strike, you can execute twice. If you have a card, let's say you've got a card with 6 health and you do your 4 damage on your first attack, you will then execute and do an additional attack. Defeat that card. Now your double strike kicks in. You do another attack. Let's say it's another card with 6 health. You hit that 6 health, take it down to 2. That triggers an execute. You execute again. You can potentially get 4 attacks in a single turn. I like it. Anacron Bolter is just a very good card. Got some sneak back there. This card already has execute. What about a card like Thanalor? Lord Thanalor is a card I've pretty much never played. Not never played. I very rarely play Thanalor. Now that we're going to have fewer cards in Modern, at least for the moment, and we've got this Elf synergy, is that going to work well? I don't know. What cards can we execute? Taylor Swift is an elf? Oh, I'm going to laugh at that card every time I see it. I really love the execute. Right now, my biggest drawback with this card, I don't see a lot of big elf attackers that I feel like I really want to use as an execute. But it doesn't necessarily have to be big attackers. Sometimes it's just how the attacks fall. Alright, let's go back here. The Ulan. The Ulan's Bella! Deflect. Giving everybody deflect. I mean, we've seen a summoner that gives deflect. It's one of the summoners I use in Rebellion, especially with, especially when Tofu's one of your meta cards. Now you can get that deflect and you can give your Uwans. We've got a bunch of new hippos. What can we make a nice tank out of? This Warwall Juggernaut with its reach and that armored strike. You're gonna have several ways to get more protect for that armored strike. That's gonna make for a very nice second tank. It's a great attacker in the second spot, and then it gets all that health and armor and has a shield. That's going to be really, really nice. I mean, shield's just an ability that it's usually good to have. Now, we do have something like Relentless Strike. Attacks deal true damage, +1 damage if the target has Void, Shield, or Force Field. So that shield can be a negative sometimes. Outside of that Relentless Strike, giving things a shield, always nice. Got a card with Void Armor. Have some magic. Magic defense, add a shield. This one right here. Uland Overseer. I feel like is one of the biggest winners. This Uland Overseer is one of the biggest winners in this set. We're going to see like having first off, all that health and armor. Previously, the negative with using that as a tank was it didn't have a shield. It didn't have any sort of damage mitigation. Didn't have a shield, didn't have void, didn't have force field. But now nobody has force field. Now you can give it a shield. Now if you give it armored strike with a card, like you can give it a shield with our new summoner. You can give it a force armored strike with something like Pruitt, and you don't have a force field to block all of that armored strike damage. There are more things you can do with that card. I think Uland Overseer is a very big winner from this. Here, this one might be my favorite. Razi and the Gnomes! Close range. Now that might be my least favorite ability of them, but it could turn out to be kind of important too. But this Bloodline Dominion of Painforge is what I absolutely love. Painforge increases your power every time they're damaged by poison, burning, or hit by an ally. We have a lot of different ways to hit our allies. Because we have ability I like. Reckless. We've never seen this half shell seer. 5 damage and reckless. Each successful attack also deals 1 true damage to adjacent allied unit. You can just damage your adjacent units. Control which ones you hit. We've seen burning before. Let's go. Okay, back to our Bloodline Gnomes. Got some fun cards. Oh, gotta get Rebellion in it. I was like, there's a lot more gnomes. We've seen gnomes already. This card right here is going to be one of the best cards of the game. Lucky Longshot. Double weapons training for only 3 mana. Double, and they both can attack at a distance, can attack at ranged. So when you have the ability to now weapon train. Okay, your Nimbleduck Scout. Okay, like look at a Nimbleduck Scout that has blast. And now you can give it magic attack, range attack, and then you can give it Pain Forge, so that every time it's damaged, oh, and you've got a gnome here that has electrified. When you zap all your allies each turn, and they have 2 types of attack, each attack's going to go up by 1. And this blast damage. I mean, this is low mana. Like, for low mana, you can get some insane things in here. Lucky Longshot, 3 mana. You've got that Nimbleduck Scout's 2. You've got a Surveyor that's 2. Put those next to each other. That's 2, 5, 7 mana. 2 mana for your Water Diviner. They've got decent amount of health to get zapped several times. And each turn they ramp up their damage by 1. Nimbleduck Ranger has double strike. There's another dual attack card. Some of these cards, even though they're low mana, they have a lot of health. Nimbleduck Explorer can heal himself back up to heal up from the zaps. Range, they'll be able to attack up front once they get up front too. A lot of cool things you can do with these. The gnomes look super, super fun. Go back. Archons. Conclave. Now into our dragons. We have a 3 mana dragon card. First off, that's how many times do we play a 4 mana dragon card right now just to get dragons in? Being able to play dragons for 3 mana, like that's valuable right there, without any other abilities. Which is good because there's not a lot of Drakashants? Not a lot of Drakashants. Got a few. These guys all gain +1 speed. Nothing sexy about that, but +1 speed is nice. It's mainly just being able to play dragons for 3 mana. That's the benefit of that card. That's going to be your only dragon Little League card. If you want to play dragons in the Little League, you got to use that card. It's gonna have value just for getting dragons on the board. You want to get a little fancier with dragon though? 2 more mana. Jinzhao. No Bloodline Tribute on this one. So this is more of a standard card. Poison Burst. You can give 2 cards Poison Burst. You get to see your whole team. Be okay. Which cards are going to be attacked first? Which ones are going to die? Or maybe not even first. Maybe you've got there's a snipe card on the other side that's going to snipe out one of your cards. It might not be the first one to die, but you want to take out that snipe card. You can now selectively place Poison Burst in the ideal spots to maximize poison damage on the other side. But you've got to be careful because we already talked about Pain Forge. Pain Forge is triggered by poison. Poisoning the other team is generally considered good, but it could backfire if you're going up against a Pain Forge team and you poison them and you ramp up their power and they defeat you before the poison can kick in. So you gotta be careful there. There it is. There are our 7 summoners. A look at some of the cards that they can be played with. It's going to be interesting. It's absolutely going to be interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think these summoners? Let's pull up all the summoners here. Are these summoners going to be used over our Rebellion summoners? The top summoners, I believe, are still going to be your legendary summoners. Your Tofu, your Lorcus. We get where are we? Where's Squirrel? Oh, there he is, right up there. Riskroll Drath gets a big boost in this set. Pruitt gets a big boost in this. I feel like Nidogger gets a boost in this set as well. Your legendary summoners, and that's how it should be, right? They are the most expensive both in mana, cost. We don't have our legendary summoners for Conclave Arcana yet. The top 6 in the pre-sale are going to be the ones designing those. That's ending here very soon. Can't wait to see that. So I'm sure once those summoners get here, they're going to add a whole new power level. But yeah, as far as if you compare them to just the standard summoners, I think we're going to be, yeah, I think they're going to be, I think your most common summoners are going to be your new ones, and then I still think these 3 mana summoners, we can play both elements. Being able to get both elements in, I think, is very valuable, even if they don't have an ability. But I don't know. What I'm curious to see is, now that we've got some of those other summoners rotating out, are we going to see more Prophet Rosa? Are we going to see more Fabino? Rekla? Rekla feels unfair. He costs 5 mana. He gives Deflect to 2 cards. We've got a new fella over here, gives Deflect to all of the cards. But you do have a choice in -2 health as well. I've used that -2 health on Rekla several times. A lot of times when I'm playing Rekla, I like to go with the Night Stalker. And when you can use minus health to get a card, to get that execute to trigger, that can be very nice as well. So Rekla's not just about the Deflect. But yeah, I think these are going to be popular something. And they're just another way to play. Last time we got introduced with the tactics, now we get introduced with this way to bring in bloodlines. I love that. I love that concept. I can't wait to see what we do with that with our legendary summoners. So I think we're going to get our first we're obviously going to get our first taste of it here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think once the legendary summoners come, it's going to kick it up a notch even beyond that. So all right, thank you guys so much. Let me know down below what combos are you looking for with these new summoners? Which ones are you planning to use? Which ones are you going after? We're gonna be like me and just go after all of them. You gotta have the whole set. You can't choose. Thanks a lot, guys. Tuesday, 2 days away. I'll be streaming in the afternoon. Make sure you stop by. We've had a lot of giveaways on stream recently. Stop by. Will there be more? I don't know. We've had some fun ones. We're gonna have fun either way. Opening some packs, combining some cards, playing in Modern. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will see you Tuesday.